starting on your back, lie down, take some space, stretch out. Maybe place a pillow underneath your head. Maybe a bolster or pillow underneath your knees as you lie down here. Get comfortable, close your eyes, and place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. And start to bring your attention to your breathing, noticing how it is right now, whether your heart is racing a little bit or maybe you've been running around and coming into this practice now. Just noticing your breath, noticing your body. Bring your attention to your face. Let go of any tension that you're holding in your eyebrows, maybe your jaw. And then slowly here, start to breathe slowly. And we'll be breathing in a square pattern. So inhaling for the count of 4, holding our breath for 4 breaths, exhaling for 4, and then holding our breath again. So we'll be going around in a square like that. So here we'll just start together. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale out of your mouth, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice your breathing here. Slowly bring your knees into your chest. And then have your knees maybe come out a little wider, just to the side of your body. Rock yourself side to side. And then bring your knees up towards the ceiling, so as if your knees are pointed towards the ceiling, and slowly start to make circles on the ceiling with your knees. So you're going around, drawing a circle on that ceiling with your knees here. Going in one direction, and then the other direction. So it's as if your knees are pointed to the ceiling. And then slowly bring your feet back to the ground. And then slowly raise both feet up to the ceiling. So as if your feet are on the ceiling now. You can flex your feet, point your feet, flex, point your toes, flex. And then just do some circles with your feet, going in one direction and the other. pointed towards the ceiling. Stretching your legs to the ceiling at the same time. And flex your feet one more time. Maybe feeling a bit of a stretch in the back of your hamstring. And then bring your legs down to the ground. Here, if you had any props underneath your knees, just move them to the side. And then if you have a strap today, bring that near you. It could be a bathrobe strap, it could be the yoga strap. So grab onto that. And here we'll be stretching out long our left leg on the ground. And then grab the strap and bring it around your right toes. So it's on the balls of your feet, not on your tippy toes, and not in the middle of your foot, but on the balls of your feet. Once you have it there, stretch out your leg. And here what you can do, if you have a long enough strap, you can wrap the strap around your hand so that you have less pressure on your hand when you're doing the grip. So just wrap your hand. And then stretch out your right leg towards the ceiling. Bringing your foot towards the ceiling here, maybe pulling a little bit with your hand so that your leg is long here. You might have a bit of a bend in your knee. If that's the case, just straighten out your leg. Your foot may no longer be towards the ceiling here, but just straighten out your knee. And then start to feel the pull in the back of your thigh. Slowly start to explore the position by shifting your foot with your heel. So your foot is flexed here, and then with your heel, start to shift your heel to the left, to the right, just pivoting in your hip socket here. And start to feel the different stretches in your hamstring. And you might find one point that's really the sweet spot. And once you find it, give a little tug to your strap here and feel the stretch through there. Here you can close your eyes, come back to your breathing. Notice your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. Here, even with the straps in your hand, try to have your elbows on the ground. So even as you're pulling it, you're not pulling too much in your hands, like with your arms up in the air really forcefully, but that you have some support, your elbows are on the ground by your side. Flex your foot. Heel is going towards the ceiling. Your toes are somewhat coming forward towards your face. You might pull a little bit more here. Inhale and pull your leg a little bit more forward. Notice if you have brought a bend into your knee. And then slowly here, bring both sides of the straps into one hand. So into your right hand, maybe doing the wrap around your right hand again, but with both straps. And here, you might want to put a block or something on the right side, or a pillow or some kind of support onto the right side. And then what we're going to do is, keeping the straps tight in your hand, slowly open your leg. So your right leg is opening up and maybe reaching this prop that you've put here. Placing your leg on it if possible. Keeping this here, not for too long. Using a prop here is great, maybe resting your leg onto the sofa or whatever is near you here. And then slowly start to bring your leg right back up to center. Adjust the strap so that you're feeling the stretch in the back of the hamstring. And this time, bring your prop onto the other side, or have a second prop on the other side. And slowly, keeping your hip down, bring your right leg over. You might not go too far here. You're just crossing over towards the left side. And then slowly bring your leg right back up to center. Inhale, and just pull this strap a little bit closer to yourself, feeling the stretch in the back of the leg. Slowly bring a bend into your right knee. Bring your knee into your chest. Squeeze your right knee into your chest here. Maybe rocking just the right knee side to side, moving it around in the hip socket. And then stretch out your right leg next to your left. Here, keeping your hands by your side, notice the difference in your two legs. Does your right leg feel a little longer than your left? Slowly bring your left knee into your chest. Squeeze your knee into your chest here. And then grab your strap. And then wrap the strap around the ball of the feet of the left foot this time. Here, wrap around your hands, the strap again. Bring your leg out in front, up towards the ceiling. You might notice this leg is a bit more stiff or a little more difficult than the other leg, or this one goes a little higher towards the ceiling. Each leg is different. Each side of the body is different. Here you have a bend in the knee maybe towards the ceiling, and then just bring a straight knee here. Your leg is long, and try to bring your heel towards the ceiling, your toes towards your face. Here, your right leg can be long, or you can have a bend in the knee, whatever feels comfortable. And here, start to explore the position, pivoting your heel side to side, feeling the part of the hamstring that needs to be pulled, finding that spot. Once you find it, bring your straps a little closer to yourself. Close your eyes here. Bring your attention back to your breathing. Adjust your heel towards the ceiling. Inhale through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. Adjust your heel towards the ceiling. Keep exploring this position, shifting your heel, noticing different parts of the hamstring. keeping your foot flexed. Bring both straps into one of your hands and slowly start to open your leg up to the left side. Maybe landing onto the sofa with your foot or onto a prop. Feeling the stretch in the inside of the leg here. But still keeping some support and helping your leg out. Slowly bring your leg back to center towards the ceiling. Readjust your foot, flex your foot, straighten out your knee again. And then start to go over across your body towards the right side with your foot. Not going too far, not holding this too long. Here, if you have a prop, you can always drop your leg onto the prop, resting your knee or a little bit on there. And then slowly come back to center. Readjust, heel towards the ceiling. Leg is long. Maybe playing with the heel once again, seeing how it feels, seeing if there's another spot that needs to be pulled a little bit. And then bring your strap towards yourself a little bit more. Your toes are coming towards your face a little bit closer. And then bring your knee into your chest, bending your left leg, hugging your left knee in your chest. And here, rocking your left leg a little bit side to side, just moving it around in the socket. Hip socket. Then stretch out your leg right next to your right leg. Legs are long. And notice how your legs are just about the right size, or just around the same size now. Here, bring a bend into your knee. Maybe readjust your back. Bring your hips up and down, flat on the ground, tipping your hips towards upwards and then down. And then here, bring your right foot into the air, straight up to the ceiling. Your right leg is up. Then cross your right foot onto your left knee. So you have a bit of a 4 going on here. And then here, you could stay here and just with the energy of your right leg alone without pushing your hand onto it, just push your right knee further away from you, just with the energy of the muscle. So you can stay here in this position. Or if you like, bring your hands through your legs here, grabbing onto your left leg, your left thigh with your hand. Here, flex your right foot that's on your knee, just to protect the ankle. And you're still in this position. You're not pushing your right leg with your elbow, which is a real tendency here, but you're just pushing your own leg with the muscle of the leg. Here, if you like, your left foot can be towards the ceiling, might feel good, or just keep it bent. Your back is flat on the ground. The energy of your right leg is pushing away. Here's something interesting to try that maybe you haven't tried before. What we're going to do here is bring your right foot onto the ground on the left side. So in this position, your knees are bent still, everything's the same. You can let go of your left side, but now you're coming over, your right foot is coming down right next to you onto the left side. Coming into a bit of a twist here. And you're keeping your back on the ground. Coming a little bit of a twist to the lower back, just briefly. Maybe pushing your right knee at this point just to keep it up. And then slowly come back. Your foot is on the ground, your left foot is on the ground. And then uncross your legs. Here, maybe it feels good. Bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Then bring your feet right down to the ground once again. And this time, your left foot goes up towards the ceiling, stretching up to the ceiling, maybe flexing your foot. And then bring your left foot onto your right knee. Energy of the left leg, you're pushing your own left leg back without your hand. Just a leg on its own, you can stay here. Or if you like, grab onto your right thigh with your hand. Flex your left foot that's on your knee right now. You can flex both feet if that's easier. Sometimes we can't coordinate what is our left and right. And then here you can kick up your right foot into the air, if you like, keeping your leg long towards the ceiling. Or just let it hang. And here with the energy of the left leg alone, you're pushing your left leg back. Try to keep your back on the ground. And your knee is coming inward. Flex your left foot, protect your ankle, protect your knee. And then slowly here, you can either drop your right foot onto the ground. It might be easier to transition. And then you bring your left foot onto the ground on the right side. Keeping your back on the ground here, stretching out onto the left side here and feeling the twist in your lower back. Maybe you'll be pushing your left knee here just to keep it up. Feeling a bit of a twist here. And then slowly come back, bring your knees back to center. You're back in the shape before. Bring your right foot down to the ground, and then your left. Here you can bring your knees into your chest and hug your thighs, rock side to side. Or just bring your feet about mat width apart and your knees are toppling inward. Slowly here, bring your knees onto one side, maybe the left, right side, coming into a fetal position, transitioning into tabletop. In a tabletop position. Here, feel free to move freely, just moving your hips side to side, warming up your spine a little bit. Or you can start to move your torso around in circles. So your rib cage is coming down forward, towards the left, up, and then towards the right, going into circles with your torso here. In one direction, and then in the other. Once you feel warmed up, here, tuck your toes so that you're on your tippy toes behind you. And then start to bring your hips down to meet your heels and come up onto your tippy toes. We're seated on our tippy toes, on our heels. And here, just take a moment just to bring some shoulder rotation. So rotate your shoulders back. Big circles. Bringing your shoulders right up to your ears and down. Behind you. And then circle forward. Here, if it's too much on your toes, you can always come down onto the front of your feet, just untucking your toes. Or we'll just continue here, bringing the right arm into the air, straight up towards the ceiling. And then bring your right hand to the middle of your back behind you, and you can have your left hand try to join it behind you, or at this point you can also grab the strap and do the same thing with the strap behind you. So you're grabbing onto the strap behind your back. Here in this position, your chest is wide and open. Look forward, stretching your arms. Take a breath here. In every position we take, we always bring our mind to alignment and posture, just not to cause any further injury. And then slowly release the strap or release your arms from behind you. And bring your arms by your side. Maybe you might feel good to rotate the shoulders again, move more freely. And then this time, left arm up towards the ceiling, stretching up above you. Bring your hand behind your back, the left hand, and then try to join your hands together, keeping your posture looking forward. Otherwise, you can always grab that strap behind you. Looking straight in front. Noticing your toes, noticing that you're distributing the weight evenly in your toes. Chest is wide. You're kind of opening up in this position. You're not curving inward, but you're opening. And then let go of the strap, place the strap by your side. And come back, tabletop position. Here, uncurl your toes and take the moment here just to tap your feet. Tap your feet, the front of your feet on the ground. Maybe rub the top of your toes, the top of your feet on the ground. And then here, take some space in front of you and move your props if you had anything. And what we're going to do is thread our right arm through towards our left. So keeping our hips up above our knees. Maybe take some space between your knees, maybe put some pillows there. And then bring your right arm through towards the left side, bringing your head down to the ground. Not holding this for too long. In this position, you can always use your left hand for support, keeping it by your side. You can always also try stretching your left hand up above your head. Keeping your arm active. See how it feels. Otherwise, option to bring your left arm behind, around your back. So your hand is as if it's touching the right side of your body here. Your left hand is right behind you, touching the right side. Slowly bring your hand back on the ground, palm on the ground. Lift yourself up out of this position. Here might feel good to transition in some kind of child's pose, downward facing dog, whatever feels good here. Pushing into your hands and feet if you go downward facing dog, pushing into your hands, maybe pedaling out. Then coming back, tabletop. And when you're ready, thread your left hand through towards the right side. Bringing your head to the floor. Same here, you can stretch out your right hand above, overhead, more active. Feeling a pull here in your right arm as well. Or it might feel good to bring your right arm onto your back and it's touching the left side of your body here. See if your hands can go there. Not holding this for too long. Here it's as if you're opening up to the right side. Your chest is widening. Then slowly bring your hand back to the ground. Push up, coming up, tabletop. Here, same thing, child's pose, downward facing dog. Maybe do the other thing that you didn't do last time. If you did a downward dog, do the child's pose. And if you did child's pose, do the downward facing dog. Come back, tabletop. And then here, lie onto your stomach. So you're stretching out your legs, lying down onto your stomach. Here you can place your hands in front of your face to place your forehead onto your hands. So the palms of your hands are on the ground. And then slowly bring the palms of your hands by the side of your body. So here, by the side of your torso. So where your bra strap would usually go. You can keep your hands here and lift your torso upwards. Or it might feel good to bring your forearms in front of you. And you're bringing your torso upward into a baby cobra. Here in this position, your head is long, up towards the ceiling, your head is pulling upwards. And then bring your torso right back down to the ground, keeping your hands in front of your face to rest your head on top of your hands. Here, what we're going to do is bring our arms by our side, so as if we're in a T shape. Our body is a T. So we bring our arms long by our side. And if you don't have any space, you can always bring a bend into your arms. So it's a bit of a tree. So your arms are either in a T shape. And here, bring your left ear to the ground. So you're facing, just your left ear is on the ground here. And slowly here, push into your right hand. And start to twist your body over, putting the weight onto your left arm. And what you're going to do is push with your right foot and bring your right foot over towards the left side. So you've gone over behind you, putting the pressure onto your left shoulder. Not holding this for too long. You might even offer something underneath your head, a block, just to give some support as you hold this position. Using props and support really enhances your practice. Notice your breath in this position, inhaling through your nose and exhaling out of your mouth. Slowly come back, bringing your right foot back over, moving your prop over, and then coming back onto your stomach. Here you can bring your head right back down to your hands. And then bring your hands right back out, T-shape. And this time your right cheek is on the ground. Arms are straight, especially your left arm here as you'll be rolling onto it. And then slowly bring your left foot, as you're turning, bring your left foot behind you. You can bring a bend into your left foot. You're twisting onto your right elbow, your right shoulder. This time, bring a prop for your head, just to hold and give you some support here. Now you've rolled over onto your right shoulder. Slowly remove the prop from your head. Bring your left foot back onto your stomach. Briefly rest your head on your hand. And then slowly push into your hands. Both your hands are by your side here, palms are on the ground. And we're pushing up into a downward facing dog. Straight up, hips are up into the air. And here you can walk out your feet. Putting pressure into your hands here, just stretching out. And then from the downward facing dog, kick up your right foot into the air, up towards the ceiling. Your foot is pointed towards the ceiling. And then bring your right knee towards your right wrist, and your foot is going towards the left side. Pull back your left leg, stretching out your left leg behind you. Here you can stay here in proud pigeon, back is long, or bring your prop in front of you to rest your head onto it. Lower yourself down, and lower your head onto the prop. In this position, always keep in mind your shoulders are over your elbows and that your head is supported. That your neck is long and straight, not sinking down towards the ground. Here, you can always bring props underneath your hips to help out. If you're not feeling much of a stretch in your right thigh, you can always inch your toes upwards. So your right toes are just inching a little bit upward, just to send that stretch, make it a little bit more if it's not there yet. In all these positions, you're always supposed to be feeling kind of a 6 out of 10 stretch, not pain, no pain in the knee, no pain anywhere. But just a bit of a stretch, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, that you're comfortable, you're able to hold it. If this is causing any pain in your knee today, you can always bring your weight down onto your right hip and come into a modification just onto your right hip here, modify and support yourself here. Otherwise, your left leg is long behind you. You can always try even putting a block underneath your rib cage and seeing how that feels. Close your eyes, bring your attention to your breath. Slowly here, bring your hands back to the ground. Transition out of this position, coming back into a downward facing dog, maybe coming through a tabletop, and then pushing into your hands, feet, hips are in the air, walking out your feet. And then bring your left foot up towards the ceiling, and then bring your left knee towards your left wrist, and then your foot is going over to the right side. Hinge your back right foot, making your leg long, and then lower yourself down onto your props. Noticing your posture, noticing that your elbows are right underneath your shoulder, your head is supported, the neck is long. And if you need to give a little extra stretch on this side, inch your toes upward. Your left toes, just bring them up a little bit. Feel free to use some props here, pillows, something underneath your hips. Try to let go in this position, letting go of the muscles, letting go of your face. Any muscles you're holding on to that don't need to be held. Maybe here, attempt the square breathing that we did earlier on in class. Inhaling for 4, holding your breath for 4. Exhaling for 4, and holding your breath for 4. So try that on your own if you like. Slowly here, bring your palms of your hands back to the ground. Push into your hands and just sit on to your left side. Coming into a seated position. Bring your blocks in front of you. So here you might have one block for your head, and then the other block for behind you where you'll be lying down to support your spine. So just set up your blocks here. If you like, you can take a moment to drink some water. And you can always put a blanket on top of this block for your back. And then just turn around, setting up. And then bring some pillows also by your side for your knees. So what we'll do, once you're ready, just start to lie down onto your block, moving slowly, bringing some support, bringing your elbows to the ground first, adjusting as needed, and lie slowly onto the block. Once you're ready, bring your soles of your feet together and open your legs. So your legs, your bottom half is in a cobblers pose. Soles of the feet together. And slowly start to release your back over the block. You can always try with the support for your neck, for your head here. You can always lower it onto the medium side or even onto the lower side and see how that feels for your neck. Some people also have their head just directly onto the ground. So see what works for you. I generally always use some support for my neck, but you can always experiment with this position, seeing what feels good for you on a given day. Here, close your eyes. If you have something to cover your eyes, it's a good time to use it. Maybe even using the strap that we were using earlier. Just having something just to cover up your eyes. Make it a little darker as we hold this position for a few moments. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath here. If you're feeling any pinching in your lower back, you can always bring your hips a little bit up and down to the ground. So you're tilting your pelvis forward, and it might release that stress that you have in your lower back. Here on the block, you can start to just move your body a little bit side to side, your torso, noticing, feeling your body pivot a little bit around the block behind your back. Just moving it a little deeper into the sides of your spine. Exploring. Otherwise, once you've settled on the block, you can start to inhale deeply through your nose, expanding your chest, feeling your rib cage push into the block behind you. Hold your breath here if you like for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slowly exhale out of your mouth, feeling your back curve around the block behind you. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath here. Rib cage is expanded. And then slowly exhale over the block. feeling yourself, just sink a little deeper into the block behind you. Try to let go of your back, let go of your lower back. Here you can explore the position a little bit more and bring your arms overhead. Your arms are going overhead, maybe resting your hands onto your forehead, or going behind you, touching the floor behind your head, whatever feels good. Here you might want to sway side to side on the block, sending the block a little further up on your upper back. Maybe taking the opportunity here to give yourself a little bit of a face massage, arm massage, just a little extra self-care today. Then bring your arms by your side. Here you can keep your legs with your feet together if you like, if you're feeling comfortable with the support with your knees, support with pillows. Or you can always stretch out your legs so they're long. Slowly here, start to bring your hands to your hips, bring the weight into your elbows, and then shift over onto one side just to remove the blocks from behind you, placing them on the side. And then lower yourself down on the ground, maybe placing a pillow behind your head, pillow underneath your knees. Take some space. Stretch out your arms, maybe star-shaped starfish. Let your body rest and reset and take in the practice. Here, take one deep breath in through your nose and then exhale out of your mouth. You're at home in the privacy, so you can do this pretty loudly. So inhale through your nose, fill up your chest with air, and then exhale loudly out of your mouth. One more time, through your nose, and then exhale out of your mouth. Let your breath come back to natural breathing. Let your face go. Just that maybe your tongue is touching the top of your mouth. Just go. So I'm just going to share with you a quote. It says, "Life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get." What you see in others exists in you. Remember, life is an echo. It always gets back to you. So give goodness. For the last few moments here, take a moment just to send out some gratitude, some good vibes. May that be for yourself, for your own body, for the way you move, or just to send out some good vibes to someone in your life. Slowly bring your knees into your chest, giving yourself a bit of a hug. And in this moment, giving yourself some good vibes and being grateful for yourself. Rock yourself side to side and then land on one side that's comfortable into a fetal position. And then slowly push up into your hands, coming into a seated position.